Hello everybody, Manly is here, and welcome back to another episode of Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. And we have just completed the main objectives for A Flame in the Dark, and now we're being tasked to rest at the shelter. So I'm sure Red and Antea will have some intriguing insights as to what just happened. So let's go see exactly what those are.
You're angry. Can tell.
Of course you can. Aren't you angry?
I'm more disgusted. This region is doomed. I know it in my bones.
There's no shortage of suffering around here.
Pennington saw to that when he left Deborah to rot. I know that we're together, and it makes us strong, but I'm still wary.
Don't lose yourself. You've done far more than I could ever have asked.
I'll do what it takes, and gladly. You need not ask it.
The closer we get to my body, to the truth about what happened here, the stronger I feel. My senses rise. It's as if I can taste the silence, smell the scent of wood smoke, feel the warmth of your body, feel Deborah's wrath. I feel it as if it were a part of me. I understand her anger. I feel her rage and can't help but relate to it. But that anger of mine, that fear, I thought when I left home, I'd left them behind.
You thought by becoming a banisher, you'd overcome your anger and fear.
I thought at least I'd gain control. I'm a big bad banisher. I fear no ghost. But this whole ordeal has shaken me to the core. So much so that the sister I thought was gone for good seems to be winding her way back to me.
Your sister, Ayomide, wasn't it?
No. As a child, before I left Cuba, I had a friend. I chose to call her my sister. That night, the night I died, I dreamed of her. I dreamed of Calendre.
Did you go looking for her? Was she near him? It's not beyond the realm of possibility.
It's so far beyond the realm of possibility you wouldn't believe it. No, she wasn't there. But I heard her voice. I'd swear on it. How could that be?
The nightmare, perhaps?
I don't think so. The nightmare felt close. This felt like it came from further away. As if from a different realm of being altogether.
What did you hear her say?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think she said we were family. Never to be divided.
She's after my job. She can't have it. I'm your family now. Nothing's tearing us apart.
Death has already torn us apart.
I hate this is where we are. I hate that I'll have to say goodbye. But for now, I'll do everything in my power to catch you.
This is how we win. Thank you for being the kindest soul I've ever met.
Thank you for being the bravest.
Okay, and we get a brand new ability for Antea called Ensnare. Antea can alter the veil's fabric around a target and restrain it. Efficient against creeping ivy, Red can destroy the lesser specters hidden inside its buds. In combat, Antea can catch her foes in an ethereal web, dealing a small amount of damage, and an enemy affected by Ensnare reduces weaving effect duration. The Ensnare manifestation has been unlocked after the consumption of essence soaking the powerful tie of a Nightmare's vengeful avatar. Okay. So now we can destroy creeping ivy, which is great because there's some quests that we need to do that only can be progressed by destroying creeping ivy. So let's look at some of the options we have. So we have Bullseye. Weak spot hits with the rifle restore 15 spirit points. Reflex. Damage dealt by red is increased by 20%, but damage taken is increased by 10%. When red is hit, increases the damage of the next heavy attack by 100%. And hitting an enemy with a rifle stock attack increases the damage of the next rifle shot by 30%. We're going to take this one because that pairs well with our current equipped rifle, which gives us 60% damage increase after a rifle stock hit. Okay. All right, now let's go see some of those side activities we can do. But first, I want to stop by the shopkeeper here. What is this?
Ceridian?
What do you mean, Ceridian?
Ceridian, what's wrong? I don't think she can hear us. We need to go back to the swamps.
You understand that? But it's a bird.
It's Ceridian, by way of the invisible, speaking through the crow.
But it doesn't work both ways. Imagine having a conversation with someone far away.
Okay, so it's forcing us to go back to the swamp. And hopefully Ceridian is okay.
I have goosebumps.
The veil is tearing at the seam. If I bruise the bud so the specters inside show themselves, you could shoot them. Once freed, the ivy should quickly wither.
Alright, so ensnare. Antea may ensnare the core of creeping ivy to restrain it. So force the wisp inside its buds to reveal themselves for a short period of time. Red may destroy all of the wisp before the core is released in order to get rid of the creeping ivy.
That's for a gardening tip.
Okay. So the red ones I can automatically shoot. I just have to be quick in shooting them, apparently. Strange times to come. One day to come, soon enough, I'll order you to find a man unconscious by the shore. I already asked. I may again. These will be strange times, my dearest, so you must be ready. Times of sadness and mourning through the courses of weird suns and moons in the sky. Frozen days in the eerie and cold air of a long-lasting winter. Repetitions of events you have already lived. Unpleasant feeling of suspended time. Endless days and weeks. I would not dare to claim I fully know how or why this will happen. There are so many mysteries which elude me, for the better good, I suppose. When these times will come, be ready. Again, for the unbalance will be so strong, even the dead may come back from a future you already faced, and it will be our task to restore the balance again. Interesting. In combat, Antea can temporarily ensnare her foes in an ethereal web. Hold L2 to charge and aim and snare projectile. We can do that.
We can get to that ivy from the other side.
Okay. We sure can.
The wards have weakened.
Ceridian's power wanes.
can we go back and destroy that? So there's 1, 2. Alright, let's see if I can put some distance on it. Alright, I can. Excellent. And I think that just leads me back into that cave. It does. So probably no further use yet. Void and timeless. To know is not to control. To witness is not to understand. To explore is not to own. All these humble principles, my dearest disciple, are particularly true when it comes to the void. I wish I could tell you more, but my knowledge is crumbling. Have I known more? Will I? Never trust the void. As witches, we take care of the balance between the living and the dead. We keep the gates. We heal the wounds. But what sometimes sours from the other side is deadly. Soon enough, you have learned the rituals, the songs and the words. Soon enough, you will walk the threshold like I did. Mark my words, my dearest. Do not lose yourself in the obfuscating paths of this other land. Yes, we dare to travel the forbidden territory. Yes, we may sometimes hide under its cloak, but only like the nimblest fly through the fields of cobwebs in the darkest of nights. The deadliest risk is not the temptation to go further and beyond, too far from our dim lights to ever come back. No, the deadliest risk lies in the nature of the void itself. This is not the only destination of the dead. It is their very own domain. And time means nothing to them. Time, how it flies and vanishes like dried sand, is their deadliest poison for us. In the blink of an eye, you are 50 years older. In a heartbeat, you're already dead.
Nobody's home. I can feel it.
Who there? Where could they be?
I'm not seeing anything to interact with. This looks suspicious. Maybe they're not in here. Could they be this way, perhaps? No, it says it's leading me over here. A soul shard. There's a lot of crows over here.
Crows. They flock to that great tree up there.
guess I was right.
The Banishers are here.
Already? How unfortunate.
You called us.
Did I? I thought I had more time. In the end, it runs out for all of us. As I depart this old carcass, I leave no burning heart behind. Go or stay. To prevail, you must first set your heart at peace. When at last you face the nightmare, you must both be clear on what you want. You must.
What do you mean?
It is not for me to give you answers, only to prepare you for what awaits. Then we can all go to sleep. Seeker doesn't hate you, Rory. She's just not used to being trusted. Protect her. For me. You're too late, old mosshead, as ever. Time for peace. I forgive you, old man.
Soldiers, bring me her head! Handle this.
Going again, huh?
Doing the old banishing. That ensnare is really good.
Bastard. Is that the sound of a corpse dropping its gun? You're done. Is that the sound of a corpse cocking its gun?
All the time in the world. I'll get you it. I'll get you all.
Let's try and ensnare him again, because that was a really great way to deal some damage.
You're in its sights, Red.
Wee Highland kiss for you.
Let's go ahead and kill him. Snare him one more time.
I'll get you it! I'll get you it!
I mean, being able to do that much damage with the rifle is insane. Okay.
Old Mosshead is no more. He'll never drink from your skull now, will he? Another ancient promise broken. But what about me? How do I live now? You were all I ever had, and all I'll ever have. Can I set the world on fire now? I just want to see it burn. A pity. Farewell, then. She took me in when my father... when no one else wanted me. She taught me to stand up straight.
Leave her be. For now.
Okay, we got some new items. Let's take a look at them. And one of them is a new decoction. I believe the ethereal haste. That gives us a pretty decent amount of health and spirit recovery. Damage dealt by Red and Antea is increased by 50% when all manifestations are on cooldown. It's not bad. Probably not something I'm going to use, though. And we gained the... Ariadne's thread. A pretty decent amount of banished damage, that's for sure. Manifestation cooldowns are decreased by 30%, but manifestation's damage is decreased by 25%. I'm not thinking that's a good trade-off. So we'll keep our rifle shot. Our Soldier of Fortune went on. We have only got 2 brooches, though. I should probably... This might be a better wristband to have on because I get to gain more spirit, which in turn allows me to have more rifle damage. Yeah, let's try this one. And we'll give it a shot. Any new spiritual parasite? I believe that's the one we got from the witch. We'll try spiritual parasite only because, again, we're kind of a rifle build. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back. But first I want to see if there's anything important here for us. Okay, we have some witch's stones. And I'm not sure if we're even able to turn them in now that Ceridian is dead. Perhaps the Seeker can fulfill her place and provide us some much needed supplies.
I am tired of all this death.
Want to talk about it?
I will do. What will become of Seeker now?
She'll try to make sense of her pain. Or perhaps she'll sit with it a while.
If she has regrets, she must tame them.
Grief knows no rule book.
I remember Aoife's wake. Friends and neighbours came from miles around. We stood and watched over for a day and a night. There was food and drink, song and dance. We honoured and rejoiced in the life she'd led, short as it was. I did not have a wake when my father died. Nor my mother, nor Blair or Anik. But we were running from our enemies and barely had time to bury them. As if their deaths hadn't happened. What if I cannot hold a wake for you?
You saw Seeker. Wake or not, loss needs to be felt and lived and done. As long as my body is free of the nightmare, that is all that matters. I'll be all right.
Aye. You'll be all right. What about me? What about me when you are truly gone? Who am I without you? I never wanted to know. When I woke in that cave, I felt like I'd lost everything. I feel like I lost everything.
I'm still here.
For now. And I'm so afraid when you won't be anymore.
I'm afraid too. Afraid to leave you behind. Afraid to journey on.
I had such plans. We'd live such wonders together. Just... I wanted more time.
So did I. But we are together now. One last great adventure.
Aye. That's something. I miss the warmth of your skin. So much.
And I yours.
But are we sure about what we're doing? sure this is what you want?
We made an agreement. Are you having second thoughts?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ceridian's death has changed things for you.
Aye. But more so Seeker's grief. I could have you back. I long for it. It pains me.
Should we reconsider? It may not be too late to change our minds. But you must promise me, Red, whatever we decide, we stick to it. We cannot change our minds again.
I swear it, my love. This is it.
We swore an oath to ascend, and we shall ascend.
We may be tempted. We must not succumb.
Banishers will remain.
Banishers. To the end.
Aye, my love. To the end.
Aided by the Banishers, Captain Pennington survived the mutiny. Now they who remain must set old sins aside and build a future, with Pennington or without. Because the captain sees no brighter horizons behind the blackened clouds of his past.
New haunting cases have manifested in New Eden. Once you leave the shelter, open your map to view their location. Alright. I think we made the right decisions. You know, our main goal is to help people, right? And to help the dead. And so true with Captain Pennington. As far as our oath, I think we too again made the right decision to reaffirm it and to give Antea her ascension. Because again, I personally think the personality of Antea would have us give her ascension. And so we'll stand by that. So let's look at the inventory and see what we can upgrade. Alright, spiritual parasite. Let's go ahead and do that, shall we? We need 12 ghastly concretion for another upgrade. So we'll leave it as is. Alright. So, if we look on our map, we do have a number of things that we can do. A plethora of hauntings up here, as well as activities here. And we still have to find Kate as well. And I think that's what we're going to do next episode is find Kate and see if we can't help that relationship. I don't know if I'm going to do 100% of this game. I don't want to stay too far from the main story, but we'll do as much as we can. With all that being said, I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.